This is a big one. Look at the sky.
Die kar vas. Jy my kar vas. Let hom. Let hom.
Ek het hom eers gesien. Kyk. Ja.
Daar is dit.
Jo, ek het nou geskrik.
Wat is dit? Hy kan kar.
Ag, kyk ah, sy vel is sterk, nee.
They might drag it up.
Yes.
and there was a lion there, stooped down, drinking water. Greg looked at me and said, "Larry, I'll tell you what, you don't really see lions drinking very often. This is really special." But we both noticed the lion was kind of laying a little bit differently. It just didn't look right. After a few minutes, the lion got up and started to walk away. That lion was nothing but skin and bones. It had very little energy. And at some point, it must have gotten kicked out of its pride, whether it got injured or whether it got sick, and it just couldn't keep up with the rest of the pride. And this is Africa. This is wildlife. This is what happens in wildlife. It's part of nature, and there's nothing you can do about it. So it would walk maybe 30 paces, and then it would drop its head as if to rest and to catch its breath. Then it would walk another 30 paces and stop and drop its head and take another breath and get up a little bit more energy. And this happened for about 100 or 200 yards until it got to the top of a very small rise. And then it turned around and laid down. All this was close to sunset, but there was still a lot of light. After a little while, a small herd of elephants came up to the watering hole, and they began to drink and throw water on themselves, and there was a couple little ones were having a lot of fun playing in the water. One of the elephants, one of the larger elephants, began to walk towards the rise, and my guess was going to go on the rise and be a lookout for the herd. When it got to the top of the rise, it noticed the lion. Elephants and lions are not best friends. It started trumpeting, its ears were wagging, it's making a lot of sound, and that lion turned around with every ounce of energy it had and took off as the elephant started chasing it. And the elephant continued to chase it, and the lion continued to run. After a little while, things settled down, and we decided to backtrack a few hundred yards where the lion disappeared to see what happened. So we drove, stopped near a small tree where the lion was laying on the ground. I took a few photographs for a handful of minutes as the lion lay panting. As I said, I'm a professional photojournalist. I document things. And then I put the camera down. It was obvious that the lion had spent a lot of its energy. And we locked eyes. And we must have sat there for 45 minutes to an hour. And I just kept staring at the lion. I could tell it was dying. Towards the end, one ear wiggled a little bit. His chest heaved as he took his last breath. And he died in front of me. I'm sorry. Even after all these years, this is emotional for me. That lion's name was Skybed Scar. He was in a group of small male lions. And as I said, for one reason or another, he got kicked out of the pride and ended up starving to death.